Hello there, Deb's here. In this video I'm going to show you how to make these age cards using the offset and the contour tool in Design Space. So let's make a project and go to the canvas. First I'm going to select text from the panel on the left side and choose a font. I want to use one of my own fonts, so I'm going to click on Cricket Sans and then System, and then I'm going to type Phosphate into the search bar. I find using a chunky font for this type of card works best. Now I need to reduce the letter space so that the 1 and the 8 overlap slightly. Then I'm going to weld them together so that they become one piece. I'm going to enlarge it to the size I need. I'm using a 5.5-inch square envelope, so I'm going to make sure it's no more than 4 3/4 inches square. And that will leave room for the offset outline as well. Now that it's the right size, I'm going to duplicate it. The duplicate function is in the top of the right panel. After separating the two elements, I'm going to go down to Contour on the bottom of the right panel and then click on Hide All Contours. Then I'll close that box and go back to the canvas. And as you can see, we've made a silhouette of the duplicated element. I'm going to change the colour of the first design element, and then I'm going to place it over the top of the silhouette. I'm going to make sure they are centrally aligned, and then I'll go down to the bottom of the right panel and select Slice. And after a moment or two, we'll see the sliced elements appear in the right panel. I'm going to separate out the elements so I can see which piece I need to work with next. So this is the piece that I want to work with now, and I'm going to go back to the contour function, and this time I'm going to select all of the individual pieces except for the two small circles, and this will give us just 2 circles left on our canvas, and we're going to use these in just a moment, but for now I'm just going to move them aside. Now I'm going to bring back the other slice piece from earlier. Go back to Contour and hide all contours to make a silhouette again. This time I want to create a slightly smaller silhouette that will fit underneath my first design element. So I need to go up to the offset tool for this and create an offset outline inside the silhouette. To do this, I need to move the black circle on the distance bar to the left to about -0.125 inches and then click Apply. Okay, let's separate these two and delete the larger one, which we don't need. Let's change the colour to light grey. And now I want to make an offset outline for my first design element. So I need to select it and go back up to the offset tool on the top panel. And this time I'm going to move the cursor to the right of the centre to about 0.25 inches. And then click Apply. Now we're going to use the 2 circles that we sliced out earlier to make holes in the 2 silhouettes. It helps to place the original design element over the top so that the 2 circles are placed accurately. Let's do the bigger of the 2 first. I need to make sure they're aligned accurately, so I'm going to use the Align tool in the top panel to do this and align centre. I need my 2 circles now, and I'm going to change the colour so that I can see them better. And I need to use the Arrange tool to bring them up to the front. This time I need to eyeball it to make sure they're aligned accurately, as the Align tool wouldn't work with this. Once in place, I can move my purple element aside and highlight my silhouette with the 2 holes, and then go down to Slice. And when my sliced elements appear in my panel on the right, I can move my sliced elements away from my silhouette, and you can see we have some nice holes where we want them. And now I'm going to repeat the same process with the smaller of the 2 silhouettes. Okay, let's see how it looks now. That looks great. Now I want to make the back of the card. So I need to duplicate my biggest outline, then go to the top panel and choose Flip and Horizontal. And then I need to overlap them by about 1/8 of an inch. And then I need to highlight both pieces, go to the top bar and choose a line and a line left or right. This will make sure they're accurately aligned, and then we can weld them together. Now I want to go to shapes on the left side and choose a line. This will automatically be set as a score line in Design Space. I just need to rotate it 90 degrees and place it across the centre of what is now the card blank. I'm using the arrow keys on my keyboard to adjust the position as it's easier and quicker, but you can also use the position tool in the top panel of Canvas. And to adjust the length of the line, you can just pull or push on the square at the end of the line. I'm going to change the colour to white so I can check that the score line is accurately positioned. And now I need to remember to attach the score line to the element so it doesn't just score on the mat. I'm going to group these two elements so that I can move them together and place them over the card blank so I can see how it looks. Grouping elements doesn't affect what happens to them on the mat in the Make It stage. And I'm going to save my project so that I don't lose it by accident. Before I go to the Make It page, I want to go up to the Colour Sync tab on the top right of the right panel, where I want to move my elements onto the same line. So I want to have just two mats. So I'm going to put the bottom 18 onto the same line as the other 18. I will do them in different colours, but I only want to put the mat through twice. I hope that makes sense. If not, you'll see what I mean in a moment. I need to reposition my two elements to where I'm going to place the card on the mat. My second mat has my card blank, and I'm just going to zoom out at the bottom there so that I can see exactly where I need to position my card on the mat. Then we click Continue and select our material. I'm using medium cardstock. As I've added a score line to this card, Design Space has added a scoring wheel to the tools. I've only got a scoring stylus, so I love that I can go to Edit the Tools and swap the wheel out for a stylus. I've already put my card onto my mat, so I need to put my stylus into the machine into clamp A. It's very simple. Open the clamp and the stylus slots in super easily. Then press load and we leave the machine to do its work. And here's my second mat with the two pieces of card either side at the top of the mat as it was in Design Space. Here are my cut pieces. I'm going to move away the pieces I don't need, glue the other bits together and make my card. To finish it off, I added some gems. Follow these links for more tutorials.